harken back to those days when we got to do this in person. It's just going to be a really nice day to step away from the stuff piling up on our desks and just look at each other. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that you all are too. And it hasn't all been so rough, right? There's the frontline workers that showed up for their neighbors with COVID-19. There's the direct support professionals that showed up to protect our most vulnerable people. The essential workers clocking in each day to make sure that our families have the basics that we rely on. And the reason why we're here, the volunteers, community mask makers, donors, philanthropists, the list goes on and on, stepping in to provide those immediate solutions to those urgent problems. The stories of our communities uniting, even as we sometimes have to problem solve from right here, right in our kitchens, our living rooms, our basements, our bedrooms, right? Those stories are inspiring, and they are ubiquitous in the Hudson Valley. We live in a special place. So here we are today, right? Fundraisers, united and uplifting and supporting a community that stares down, right, another wave of infection. I don't know if we're on the second wave or on the third wave, but everything looks really uncertain again. But we know it's possible by working together. And I want you all to remember that today and every day going forward is not just about preparing for battle, it's about preparing for peace. So listen, learn, and relax. We're in this together, and we got this. And in that spirit, now more than ever, we have got to thank the industries, the organizations, businesses, donors that made this day and the critical work that we do possible. Our keynote sponsor, Dutchess Community College Foundation. Our education sponsor, Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union. Our award sponsors, the Community Foundations of the Hudson Valley and Greystone Programs. And our journal sponsor, my good friend Molly Ahern at Full Deck Design. And next, I'd like to shout out our friends who purchased journal ads and who made those in-kind donations for those goodie bags. How cool are goodie bags, right? Did you know about the goodie bags? They're goodie bags. You can pick up your goodie bag at the Community Foundations of Orange and Sullivan if you're Orange County friends, or at Arts in Hudson in Poughkeepsie if you're our Poughkeepsie friends. And just stay tuned. We're going to follow this up with how you can access those to be determined. So that information is coming down the pike. And next, keep in mind that there's a pretty sweet grand prize that will be announced at the end of the event. 2 round-trip JetBlue tickets. So stay tuned, everybody. I know that we're all itching to know, but you're gonna have to wait. And quickly, I want to shout out some of our amazing presenters. Taking this event digital provided us with a really cool opportunity to provide some of our best local talent with some nationally recognized folks, including my friend Alice Ferris, who might snap your computer screen in half. You have been warned. She is a dynamo. And Jay, the website phenom, hello. And that's just to name a few. The fact that we have to choose breakout sessions was a cruelty from the NPD committee. No, I'm kidding, you guys are great, but there was so much good stuff about to happen. So pat yourself on the back for being here. It's gonna be really great. I know I've been talking forever, and if they let me talk about how great AFP is, I might not stop. So I'm gonna turn it over to my good friend and membership committee co-chair, Julie Staten. Hey, Julie. Are you there? Remember when we co-hosted NPD? Aren't the M's already killing it? They turned this thing digital, major props, right? Take it away, Julie.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. So glad you're here this morning. I just wanted to do a quick shout out for membership and why being a member with AFP is so beneficial to all of you. You get quite a bit of resources with your AFP membership. You have access to AFP Connect, where you can ask questions and you'll get your answers. If you have any Blackboard product, you can take the fundraising courses through the Blackboard University on the introductory level. You actually get a discount to AFP Icon, which is a wonderful event. You should, if you haven't done it, you should try doing that. You also get discounts for webinars. You get discounts on all of our chapter events. You can also do, if you have job postings, you can do that as well. You get the latest information, any research that's going on, any groundbreaking research results that are going on. There's many, many reasons. You get to join our group on a regular basis, join our events. And if you're not a member, please private message me and I'll get you the information. And
Awesome.
I'm gonna send it back to you, Sarah.
Sounds great. Again, if you have any questions about membership, feel free to drop them in the chat box. Julie or I will get back to you. And I can't say it enough. Membership has given me tremendous value in advancing my career over the past couple of years, and it has provided me with just innumerable benefits, from a mentor to networking to professional development. So, yep, just drop those questions in the chat box and on with the show, as they say. I'm here to introduce Tara Collins, another amazing member of our committees, co-chair of our education committee, and she's here to present the award for Outstanding Philanthropist, an extremely apt award to kick off National Philanthropy Day. This award, sponsored by the Community Foundations of the Hudson Valley, an organization that has, through their pivoting to respond and other COVID-19 response grants, has mobilized philanthropy exactly where it's needed, exactly what we've been talking about, recognizes an individual with a commitment to advancing philanthropy, not just recorded generosity, right? And this year's Outstanding Philanthropist service as a connector, enabling philanthropy through example, continues to make an enduring difference in our community. So I'm humbled now to hand this off to my good friend and Zoom tech wizard, Tara, who's going to introduce you to our extraordinary, outstanding philanthropist.
Good morning, everybody. Let me introduce you to this year's Outstanding Philanthropist, Bob Bryan. I met Bob while working communications and resource development for a local nonprofit. And when I first called him to support an event, he said without hesitation, "Sure, whatever you need." This was a foreign response to me. I anticipated customary introductions, haggling, case making, but Bob already understood what Kingston and the Hudson Valley needed. Bob has a gift for listening for what people need. He steps in and up to meet those needs. Bob supports many local charities, both personally and through his business, Ryan & Ryan Insurance. His charitable impacts include Rupco, Kingston Shamrock Run, People's Place, and the Irish Cultural Center, just to name a couple. But not only does Bob share his time, talent, and treasure, he also promotes nonprofit good works through his business newsletter. Each month, he shares valuable communications real estate with local charities who in turn share their missions and impact with Bob's extensive audience. And while donating money, an auction item, or staff time are part of philanthropy, for me, sharing one's relationship wealth is a true sign of an outstanding philanthropist. Congratulations, Bob, and thank you for contributing to our communities. Take it away, Bob.
You're on mute, Bob. Nope, you were back and then you went away again. Try one more time.
Unmute. There, now?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Tara, for the fine introduction, as well as, from what I understand, for nominating me for the award in recognition. And a congratulations to all of my fellow awardees as well. I've been blessed in my life in so many ways. I got a beautiful, loving wife of 27 years, 4 amazing kids, healthy mind and body, great work family, successful business. And luckily I had a wonderful mom and dad who taught me by example to give back to the community, a community which has served our family. We've lived in for 5 generations and has allowed us to prosper. Over my 35 years professional career, I've had the privilege to serve on many local not-for-profit boards, including past president of the Boys and Girls Club of Kingston, as well as the Ulster County Development Corporation, Bennington Health Foundation. You know, when you do this kind of volunteer work, you don't do it for the recognition. You do it to make the world, try and make the world a little better place, help someone less fortunate than yourself, bring a different perspective, add your ideas and positions to the conversation. You put your time in, and but when all is said and done, I've always found that I've taken away more from the boards than I was able to contribute. My wife Amy and I have worked hard to try and instill the same sense into our children. Years ago, we set up a fund at the Community Foundation, and we did it when our kids were young, and it allowed us to have the conversation around the dinner table with our kids about, philanthropy and what we wanted to contribute to and things of that nature. And I'm proud to say to you today, I believe we've raised 4 more good community citizens. In my business years ago, we made a decision that the best advertising in the world is a happy customer. Therefore, in all of our actions, we strive to do the right thing and take care of our customers to the best of our ability. And in light of and in line with that philosophy, we do very little paid advertising. What we primarily do is support local initiatives, community organizations, boards, not-for-profits. And we found that gets our name out to the folks in a positive way while supporting worthwhile organizations. And it has worked for us, thankfully. My philosophy is pretty simple. If I treat my employees right, they'll treat my customers right. And the customers will in turn refer business to us. And this allows us to continue to keep doing the good work we're doing. I think in the high-tech world we live in, treating people right is still the best way to live well, sleep well, and grow a business. In closing, I'd just like to share a word I learned a long time ago that I try to live my life by. It's an ancient Indian word, and it's pronounced Jen Shai. And it means to never treat another person in a manner which would make them feel small, including yourself. Thank you again for the recognition and for all the good work each of you guys do in your communities. Thank you.
Thank you again, Bob. Congratulations.
Thanks.
The next award is the Leadership Award in Corporate Philanthropy, sponsored by AFP Mid-Hudson Valley Chapter and presented by Sarah Short. Sarah?
Thank you, Maggie. So I'm so excited to join all of you today in celebrating our region's commitment to philanthropy and all of the incredible individuals and organizations that make philanthropy such a priority. So having co-chaired this event last year, as well as served as the chapter administrator for a few years prior to that, I know firsthand all of the hard work and dedication that it takes to put this together, let alone during a global pandemic. So I first want to echo Sarah Weichel's sentiments from earlier and thank Maggie and Melissa, as well as the entire committee, for putting together such a wonderful event. The Leadership in Corporate Philanthropy Award recognizes a business who has demonstrated the true spirit of philanthropy, one who has given their time, treasures, and talent to the incredible nonprofits of our area. I can't think of a more fitting recipient than this year's Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union. This year has been trying on a multitude of levels. However, it has allowed us to witness an incredible show of leadership within our communities. So many organizations and individuals rallied together to provide desperately needed support throughout the Mid-Hudson Valley. Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union was one of those organizations that responded quickly and collaborated with 6 local organizations focused on mitigating the food insecurities our communities were battling. Not only did MHV step up with financial contributions, they also provided a channel for these organizations to share their message. Through social media and press coverage, their calls for support were further amplified. It was truly an all-hands-on-deck effort by MHV employees, and their commitment to serve the community was made even more apparent. This is just one example of why MHV is so deserving of this award. Their involvement in our communities, from financial support to providing an extra voice to smaller nonprofits, all the way to employees volunteering, is absolutely inspiring. So now I would like to introduce or to present our award for Leadership in Corporate Philanthropy to Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union, and accepting the award on their behalf is Christopher Gomez, Chief Retail Officer.
All right, good morning. Thank you, Sarah, so much for the kind words, and thank you all. It's so great. Got in a little earlier this morning to be able to see some of the faces I haven't seen in so long. It has been a trying time, as our opening remarks alluded to. COVID and the necessary response has been so important. And when you think about your mission, we're all mission driven as a nonprofit institution. We are as well. Just because we maybe have a lapse in funding doesn't mean the mission or the need is still not there. And how important your role. I truly believe that the nonprofit space, particularly in the Hudson Valley, is the backbone. It isn't in corporate businesses. It isn't huge business. It really is a nonprofit space in all you do in all the communities that you serve. So thank you, thank you, thank you. On behalf of the entire credit union, we truly do have a very similar mission. Initially we are founded on people helping people as a nonprofit, and that's centered around financial services. A couple of depositors got together, put some money to pool, and then they're able to give out low interest rate loans. And we're very basic. We're doing exactly the same thing, much more to scale. And we get to moonlight in the fun world of providing monetary donations, sponsorship, volunteering, as Sarah stated, and really it's driven by a large group of almost 300 employees, but really it's centered around a community relations committee. And I want to name them by name, because when I think about, we all have day jobs here at the credit union, but we have about 12 individuals that moonlight through monthly committees. We get thousands of requests for donations, but really, and I'll talk later about the COVID response, have had to shift our sizable effort in trying to support all of you that have such important missions. And how do we do that, right? We have scarce resources to provide, but I want to just thank, I have the privilege of chairing a committee led through Diana Poet, Donna Spada, Kim Klum, Kelly Shermack, Lisa Bergen, Logan Callahan, Matt Cullen, Martha Smith, Medley Woodvine, Mike Campbell, and Mike Matone, who is our Vice President of Community Impact, and many of you have probably started some dialogue with, Vicky Mastrodardi, Shalyn Gellis, and our very own Sarah Short that introduced me. So that team works closely with all of you, and we appreciate your relationship. Just to highlight, when we had to shift, just like many of you with COVID, first we started to immediately have a laser focus for the monetary side. There's organizations that had galas that really, that was the foundation of their annual fundraising efforts. How can we support them? Those that are supporting COVID-related entities, so I'll name them specifically. The People's Place here in Ulster County that was providing food to those in need. The Food Bank of the Hudson Valley, very similar mission. The Community Foundation of Orange and Sullivan, working with Biz and how she was able to support those entities in that organization. Ulster County's Project Resilience, and lastly, the Caring for Hunger and Homeless in Peekskill. And we want to thank those 6 organizations for all you did. And it was a great effort. And I'm excited for your day today as you talk through the uncertainty of the future. But I wanted to just highlight, many of you have seen on social media that we've had some fun every year towards the end of the year. We've done a 12 Days of Giving, where we surprise 12 organizations throughout the Hudson Valley with a $1,000 donation. What we have just recently decided, based on everything going on and the increasing cases, particularly in this area and the nation, how do we expand that? We're facing the very same financial headwinds that many other entities are facing, but how can we allocate more? So I'm very proud to announce for the first time that the credit union is instead doing a 12 Days of Giving. We're going to do a season of giving. And launching on December 1st, you'll begin to hear, many of you on the call today, that will be donating 31,000. So 31 days of giving to 31 different entities each and every day. So very excited, and more to come, and you'll just keep an eye on our social media. So thank you, Sarah, for the introduction, and thank you all for all you do for our communities.
Great, thank you, Sarah and Chris. The final award for this section of presentations is for Outstanding Fundraising Professional, sponsored by the Dutchess Community College Foundation and presented by Brunel Roser, Assistant Director of Dutchess Community College Foundation.
Good morning. Thank you. It's my honor to introduce our next awardee, Diana Pollard. Diana is an advancement professional with more than 27 years of fundraising experience in the fields of higher education, social services, and animal welfare. Since 2014, she has served as Executive Director of the Dutchess Community College Foundation, growing the foundation's assets from $9.6 million to $13.1 million in 2020. The fundraising initiatives she has implemented have resulted in the foundation ranking in the top 10 among SUNY community colleges and receiving a 2019 Case Educational Award. In the words of DCC Foundation Board Chair Ellen Baker, Diana understands that fundraising is more than simply asking donors for funds. She understands the importance of listening to donors to determine what is important to them. Although I have served on many nonprofit boards in the past, said Ellen, I've learned the most about fundraising through my work with Diana. Diana is a founding member of the Mid-Hudson Valley AFP chapter and has served in leadership roles of treasurer, public relations committee chair, and director at large since 2006. There are so many other accolades I could share about Diana, but I was only allowed 60 seconds this morning. Her skills, knowledge, willingness to help others, and dedication to our college and community are why I'm so happy to present the Outstanding Fundraising Professional Award to Diana Pollard.
Thanks. Thank you, Manel. Thank you all so much for being here to share on this occasion. I am grateful for being selected to receive the AFP Mid-Hudson Valley Chapter's Outstanding Fundraising Professional Award. I am so honored to have my work recognized in this way by AFP and my colleagues in our fundraising community. Many hours went into this National Philanthropy Day event, and it means so much that the work that I am so passionate about also resonates with others and is being recognized today. I would like to take this moment to recognize the other award recipients being honored here today: Bob Ryan, Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union, Candice Sciarrillo, Hudson Regional LTC Pharmacy, and Lisa Arnoff. You have all played a vital role in philanthropy, and I'm proud to be associated with such an amazing group. Congratulations. This accomplishment is not something that I did alone. There are many others who deserve to share in this award. First, I would like to recognize and thank Brunel Rosa for everything she does every day for DCC and for nominating me for this award. Ellen Baker and Carl Dente, thank you for your kind letters of support through this nomination process. Thank you to my other foundation team members, Victoria Halfpenny and Michelle Romano, for all you do every day to support the foundation and our students. I'm very fortunate to work with an amazing group of people who comprise the DCC Foundation Board. They provide me support and guidance while always putting our donors' wishes and students' needs at the forefront of everything we do. I would like to especially thank a few individual members that have helped lead the foundation in recent years through a period of significant growth: Carol Gordon, Jim Fedorchak, and Ellen Baker. Thank you for positioning the foundation to do great things as we continue on our path. The foundation and I recognize how important the support of the college is to our success. For that, I would like to thank Betsy Brown, Trustee Liaison to the Foundation Board, and Dr. Ellen Gambino, DCC's Acting President, for your leadership in making DCC a college that I am proud to have graduated from and work for every day. Now I would like to recognize someone near and dear to my heart, my husband, Arrow Pank, for his love and support throughout this journey. I am not sure he completely understood what it meant to marry a fundraiser. Late nights, long weekends, paper cuts, setting up, taking down decorations, hauling stuff in and out of cars and venues. But his most important role of all is being my calming spirit through all of this. But he soon learned and has navigated all of this craziness with grace and understanding. Thank you for being my rock. I love you. Thank you also for those who have supported, mentored, and provided inspiration to me, who have not already been mentioned, for you too have made this award possible. Last but not least, thank you to AFP Mid-Hudson Valley Chapter for offering recognition and validity to fundraising professionals like me. I hope that this recognition of my work can serve as inspiration to others in the field. Remember, if my work can make a difference, so can yours. I will persist in my efforts to support the students, faculty, and staff of Dutchess Community College, and look forward to continuing my work improving the lives of individuals in our community for many years to come. I am humbled and appreciative. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Diana, and congratulations again. We have a full day of education sessions and an incredible keynote speaker in store for you this morning. A special thank you to our education session sponsor, Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union. We will be offering 2 presentations available during each of the 2 sessions. During the first education session, you have the opportunity to attend The Anatomy of a Nonprofit Website, How to Captivate and Engage Constituents with Your Website with Jay Wilkinson of Firespring, or Post-COVID Storytelling with Doug Motel of Step 3 Marketing. After these presentations, we will all meet back here to hear from our keynote speaker, Alice Ferris from Goalbusters Consulting. We will see you soon.
Want to
give my, congrats to Maggie and Melissa for the hard work. I've chaired this event a number of times, and them transitioning a big event like this to virtual while managing their own workloads at their own organizations was incredible. So thank you both. So I'm pleased to present the Rising Star Fundraiser Award. This award recognizes an individual who has been in the fundraising industry for 5 years or less and has demonstrated a passion, commitment, creativity, and/or vision for advancing the philanthropic spirit and culture of their community. This year, we're pleased to present this award to Candice Sciarrillo, the Director of Development at Pegasus Therapeutic Riding, a 44-year-old organization that provides therapeutic horseback riding and other equine-assisted activities to people with special needs and individuals at risk in New York and Connecticut. Candice has been working for Pegasus for 5 years and in the field of fundraising for just 3. In that time, she has made significant contributions to the funding streams and fiscal security of her organization, as well as in allowing the community to learn more about what the organization does. In her first 2 years, Candice increased grants to her organization by 200%. She increased individual giving by 150% and welcomed the community to the farm, allowing them an opportunity to see the work that goes on there. Her passion, commitment, and vision for advancing the philanthropic spirit and culture at Pegasus is evident, and the reason why she is so deserving of this Rising Star Award. Congrats, Candice.
All right, thank you so much. I'm truly honored to be a part of this group. I'm definitely a newbie to the fundraising community, not to the nonprofit world, but just doing this full time. So being honored in this amazing group of people who have so much expertise and so much knowledge to bring to the table just makes me feel a part of something bigger than myself. When I first started at Pegasus about 5 years ago, I came in to do the accounting. I had a very limited knowledge of what the nonprofit world really entailed, but after my first interview, I found that this place was somewhere I belonged, that the mission was truly life-changing, and I wanted to do so much more. So as I started my time there, I started planning events, and I started to get into fundraising, and I found my passion. I found a place that I belonged, something that I enjoyed doing, and that's something that I wanted to continue to grow at and to make a change in the organization. The biggest challenge I faced at Pegasus was creating an environment where fundraising wasn't a negative word, where it didn't mean call everyone you know and ask for money, and it meant that we're going to create a sustainable organization that can serve for another 45 years. As a development team of 1, I have relied on a crew of hundreds of volunteers, of community supporters, of local organizations, and amazing individuals that help make this happen. We're being able to provide an infrastructure that provides sustainability and helped us through this COVID-19 pandemic, and we're going to come out stronger on the other side. As each day closes during this crisis, we're presented with new challenges. And I'm so grateful to be part of a team that is able to pivot quickly and support the ever-changing needs of our community. At Pegasus, our mission is to enhance the lives of individuals with disabilities and challenges through equine-assisted activities and therapies. None of this is possible without the continued support of our donors, our community, and I'm proud and honored to have had this opportunity to achieve this goal. To be part of the Hudson Valley, which is a giving and supportive community, makes this challenge a little bit less intimidating. It is an honor to be given this award by AFP. Being part of an organization that assists professionals and provides the necessary resources so we can practice better fundraising practices. I've found in all my years that individuals that work in fundraising are the best colleagues. They are the ones that are ready and willing to offer guidance, resources, and support whenever you need it. I'd really like to thank you so much for this nomination and this award. It really means a lot to me, and it is so rewarding to have been acknowledged for all the hard work and commitment. Pegasus Therapeutic Riding is an amazing organization and something I am so grateful to be a part of. Fundraising is never easy, However, it does come with the rewards of hearing the life-changing stories from our participants and our families. So thank you so much.
Congratulations again, Candice. It's a very well-deserving award for you.
Thank you.
The next award is the Innovation in Philanthropy Award, sponsored by Greystone Programs and presented by Peter Sestito. Thank you, Peter.
Good morning. I'm elated to present this year's Innovation in Philanthropy Award to Hudson Regional LTC Pharmacy. In 2010, several not-for-profit that cared for developmentally disabled joined forces and formed the pharmacy. This was because they could not find a pharmacy that appreciated the unique challenges involved in the care of this particular and sometimes forgotten population. Hudson Regional LTC Pharmacy is a mission-driven organization dedicated to improving the quality of life by providing pharmaceutical stewardship with caring, compassion, and commitment. Under the leadership of their CEO, Angelo Angeremi, the pharmacy has provided financial support to agencies that provide services to the developmentally disabled throughout the Hudson Valley, including Greystone programs. In fact, since September of 2016, Hudson Regional LTC Pharmacy has donated over $300,000 to local agencies in need. And during the COVID-19 pandemic, provided over 12,000 pieces of personal protection equipment to many organizations. Angelo is extremely active in the community, and currently, Angelo volunteers as the Vice President of the Board of Directors of Greystone Programs. And on behalf of all of us at Greystone, we are honored and very fortunate to have him. Angelo's commitment to the community is what makes Hudson Regional Long-Term Care Pharmacy deserving of this award. Congratulations on Angelo and Hudson Regional LTC Pharmacy. Without further ado, I now hand it over to Angelo to tell us how excited he and Hudson Regional LTC Pharmacy are to be chosen for this award. Take it away, Angelo.
Good morning. Thank you, Peter. On behalf of the staff here at Hudson Regional LTC Pharmacy, I'd like to thank you for this award. To be recognized by the Association of Fundraising Professionals is truly an honor. I'd like to thank the folks at Greystone Programs for nominating us for this award. The care they provide is second to none. As Peter said, our pharmacy was founded in 2010 as a nonprofit organization created to meet the pharmaceutical needs of the developmentally disabled, along with other people that require ongoing care. While we're no longer a nonprofit, we continue to be a mission-driven organization. On the first day of employment, all team members receive a copy of our mission statement. It hangs at many workstations. Supporting those we serve has been a part of our DNA since our inception. Whenever I gather our team together to make decisions, we always make sure patient outcomes drive the conversations. For us to provide financial support is really just an extension of this support we already provide. It's very humbling to be considered worthy for recognition by simply acting in a manner that's consistent with your mission, vision, values, and goals. It's validation that our team and supports what we already know, which is we make a difference. I suggest that all of us honored today can take comfort in knowing that working together, we have a positive impact on people in the Hudson Valley, that we all make a difference. I'm proud to be counted with the other award recipients. 2020 has presented perhaps the greatest challenge of our lifetime, COVID-19. It's more important now than ever for us to remember that people struggle and that the work that fundraisers and those that contribute to nonprofits in our area, that we change the lives of those people for the better. In closing, once again, I'd like to thank Peter Sestito and people at Greystone for nominating us and the Association of Fundraising Professionals for honoring Hudson Regional LTC Pharmacy with this award. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelo, and congratulations again to everybody at the Hudson Regional LTC Pharmacy. Our final award is the Outstanding Fundraising Volunteer Award, sponsored by AFP Mid-Hudson Valley Chapter and presented by Perry Faroud.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. I could talk about Lisa Arnoff for a couple of hours. She's an amazing person. She has not only, worked at Arnoff Moving and Storage throughout her entire career and had a family and is now a grandmother helping in her family, but she has chaired our biggest fundraiser for 16 years. Miles of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation, as you know, many of you know, funds support services, education, and outreach for people affected by breast cancer in the 9 counties of the Hudson Valley. And this event that Lisa chairs, the annual spring brunch, I know so many of you are there in May. We had to move it this year, obviously, and we moved it to September, and Lisa and I did a live stream video. But we just rolled with the punches, and after 16 years chairing this event, she just didn't skip a beat. Her leadership, her conviviality, her kindness is evident in everything she does. I will tell you some remarkable facts, and that is that this event has raised $2.5 million in 16 years. For Miles of Hope to help people affected by breast cancer here in our Hudson Valley. I will also tell you that when we started 16 years ago with this event, about 40 people were on the committee, and those people are still on the committee 16 years later. They get together every January, February to help put the event together, and that is a testament to what kind of leadership Lisa Arnoff exhibits when she chairs the committee and leads this organization. I will also tell you another incredible fact, and that is that while she chaired this gigantic fundraiser, that by the way takes up months of her life, she chaired the board of directors of our organization. So, you are lucky in the not-for-profit world if you get one board member like Lisa Arnoff, and she is extraordinary. She's done so much for us, and we can't thank her enough, and I'm thrilled that she got this award. She should get every award, but Outstanding Fundraising Volunteer is certainly, she's worthy of that, and at Miles of Hope, we're just indebted to her for all of her service for 16 years. There she is.
Thank you so much, Perry, for those incredible words. And good morning, and thank you to the Mid-Hudson Valley chapter of the Association of Fundraising Professionals for this incredible honor. A mere thank you falls short of my gratitude to Perry Faroud, Executive Director of Miles of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation. Not only did she take the time to nominate me for this award and say those incredible things about me, but she has been a consummate leader, teammate, and friend for the past 16 plus years as we have worked side by side at Miles of Hope. During my tenure as chair of the board and the annual spring brunch committee, Perry has made me shine. As she does with all the volunteers at Miles of Hope, she is truly the backbone of that organization. I believe deeply in giving back to our local Hudson Valley community, and I put a lot of energy into community service initiatives. I am so honored to be in the extraordinary company of our friends and neighbors who do so much for our area. It is especially meaningful to me to be honored by an organization that works to develop a culture of philanthropy within our community. Now, more than ever, we need a world full of people who are willing to promote the welfare of others. Community service is a core value for me and a long-standing tradition of my family and within and beyond our family business, Arnoff Moving and Storage. I have my parents to thank for an early introduction to and love for community service. While they each had their own paths to community service, their experiences are alike in 3 ways. They led by example, they were passionate about their local communities, and they felt service was as much a reward as it was a duty. Both reveled in their causes and were eager to jump in and do the work. Their examples have served as an inspiration throughout the years and I have always striven to pay it forward. Today, I am proud to help guide the many philanthropic initiatives at our company. I am gratified by the community service projects at Arnoff Moving and Storage, not only because of the local lives we've impacted, but because of how it's shaped our sons and inspired them to become involved in our community. We are proud to continue the tradition set in place by our family by supporting and hiring veterans and engaging with organizations like Unshattered and Kicking Back that support sustainable employment and development. Most recently, we connected with Restore of Habitat for Humanity here and in the Southern Adirondack region to deliver new but unwanted household items. The Restores sell these items at a much reduced price and use the funds to help build new affordable homes. This project has been an incredible win-win for our company. And by the way, I have Parry Faroud to thank for helping me make the connection with Habitat for Humanity. But one of the most rewarding service experiences of my life has been my work with Miles of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation. It's given me an opportunity to connect with and serve women here and in our Hudson Valley neighborhood. The mission of the foundation is to fund support services and outreach for people affected by breast cancer within the 9 counties of the Hudson Valley. All funds raised in the Hudson Valley are used to support programs right here. Some of the current programs funded by Miles of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation include complementary medicine, a medical gap care fund for individuals who are faced with life emergencies and are costs not covered by health insurance while they are undergoing treatment for breast cancer, and a peer-to-peer program uniting recently diagnosed breast cancer patients with trained survivors. While of course there are men involved with Miles of Hope, it is immensely fulfilling to be part of an organization that exemplifies how we as women can and should support and advocate for each other always. All of these endeavors have enriched my life in countless ways. When I think back to my introduction to community service, I could never have imagined being honored by you today, but I hope I am serving as inspiration to others to achieve social good, expanding that legacy, and with all the honorees today, building a better Hudson Valley. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Lisa. Wow, what an incredible group of individuals and organizations. We are so fortunate to have them in our communities, and once again, we thank you for all you do.
Head out, just a few short things. First, we have a grand prize winner to announce, and this is for those 2 JetBlue tickets. And I think there should be a drum roll, but instead there's a toddler in the background, so we'll make do with the toddler screaming. And the winner is Skip Price. Yay! Congratulations to Skip. And if you're looking to go on a trip, Skip is your guy. So you can just message him in the comments. Congratulations again to Skip. Next, I want to thank our outstanding National Philanthropy Day committee. Again, thank you to Melissa. Thank you to Maggie. You guys did an amazing job. This was no easy feat. It never is an easy feat. National Philanthropy Day is a beast, and you guys took it digital. And so just thank you again from the bottom of all of our hearts. You guys put on an amazing event. I want to thank our presenters, our sponsors, and will this event continue in this fashion? We've nailed our first ever digital National Philanthropy Day. Will it be digital in 2021? Who knows? But what I do know is this: whatever it looks like, we all got together, and we're going to continue to do that. We are stronger together. We are better together. And this is a really wonderful chapter. We have wonderful people here, wonderful resources, and wonderful opportunities to get to know one another, to grow and learn from each other. So I really do encourage you, if you are not a member, to reach out to myself, you reach out to Julie, reach out to Liz, who are our membership co-chairs, or reach out to our chapter administrator and just learn a bit more about how you can get involved. It's a wonderful resource. And as you see, we really do try to bring really quality resources and tools to our community. And so on behalf of our board, our chapter, and our leadership, that's a wrap on National Philanthropy Day 2020. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And don't forget, there's going to be information coming on how to snag those awesome goodie bags. So stay tuned.